Manchester United got a 1-0 draw against Arsenal. I mean, could Manchester United have nicked at the end? They certainly did have more chances that I can think of than Arsenal. I think Arsenal had a few in that first half and was much better by them. But is it missed chances? Probably, and I think it's a missed opportunity. But the Premier League's done for United. It's all about Thursday. But let's get into the player ratings. Onana, for me today, gets a 7. The goal, it was just a decent goal. Great finish by Rice. I think the midfield, more at fault there. They do drop a bit too deep. But again, he made a few decent saves. He claimed some good crosses today. Distribution, again, was a bit 50-50. Kicked a few balls out of play. But again, I'd give him a 7. I mean, if it was a clean... No, I'd give him a 6, actually. If it was a clean sheet, probably would have got a 7. But again, we can see the goal. I don't know the last time we kept a clean sheet, to be honest with you. No idea. Going into right wing back, Mazraoui gets a 7. I thought Mazraoui was one of Manchester United's better performers today. Up and down that pitch, played a great ball into Bruno at the end, of which we could have scored and won the game. He had that great chance, the volley from Delot put across him, which was actually a decent cross for the first time by Delot in a while. Good first cross in. And yeah, he should have scored it, but it's straight at the keeper. But that's what you want, your right wing back position. They're the positions you want him to be in. Right centre back, was De Ligt, a 7 again today. I thought he was colossal. As I said, the goal we conceded is more down in the midfield. I thought he defended well, won his duels. I want to see the centre backs go a bit more wider so they can carry the ball up the pitch. But again, De Ligt again was a decent performer today. With Lindelof in there, who hasn't played for a while, for the second half, it was Aiden Heaven in there. I thought he was the more commanding presence and winning most of all of his duels. Centre back Lindelof, I'm going to give him a 6.5. He just looked a bit shaky on the ball. He hasn't started a game in just under a year for United. But again, he stepped in. With Mazraoui going out to right wing back, Lindelof had to come in and he did a decent job. But I think we should trust Aiden Heaven more from his cameo today. You want to see him get a performance. Left centre back was Yoro for that first half. Listen, it's a 6. I don't know, maybe he had a bit of an injury or something, but he came off. He looked like a knock. But I think he completed all of his tackles in that first half. He was very good on the ball, carrying the ball out as well. And I think if he doesn't get an injury, he'll probably make that left centre back position his home. Or the right, like he genuinely was his first 4 starts now in a row. He's had some very good performances, and yeah, today was another one. I'm very, very impressed with Lenny Yoro today. Hopefully he's not injured because we're going to need him against Real Sociedad. Left wing back Delot, listen, as I said, he put a few good crosses in, made a few good defensive duels, didn't do anything that cost us, but again, just wasn't great, so I'm going to give him a 6. Wasn't amazing from Delot. As I said, he put that one cross in for Mazraoui on the other side. Won a few good duels against Ranieri, but that was probably about it. It was just a bit of a weird game. A bit of a typical Delot performance. He literally won the ball off Ranieri and kicked the ball out of play. I think that sums up Delot in one way. There's a few times he got down that side, he put, I think, a left-footed cross in, just goes out. We know what we're going to get from Delot, and yeah, it wasn't that. But yeah, let's see what happens. Going into midfield, Casemiro 7. I thought this was probably one of his best games against Sociedad. 2 90 minutes, I believe, back-to-back games for Casemiro, or definitely 2 starts anyway. It was better from Casemiro today. If Ugarte is out the next game, we're probably going to need his experience in that game. So obviously on the goal, him and Bruno do kind of get caught out. We are dropping too deep. But listen, what can we expect? I think it was just a little mistake. But yeah, I think for large parts they were pretty decent. Bruno 7. What a free kick it was from Bruno Fernandes. I think in large parts of the game he was out of it. But with United, if we're going to get something, it's going to come from Bruno. And again, it was a great free kick. Didn't know about the wall. It was more further back than expected. Raya, don't know what he's doing. He had a chance. Bruno had a chance to win it right at the end for United. Again, it was just a very, very decent performance. He got around the pitch, ran around. I can't remember us having many clear-cut chances other than like the Mazraoui one. Actually, no, we did have a clear-cut chances. I can't remember too many that Bruno had, only that one right at the end of the game. But from midfield, he was dictating play. We're just keeping it ticking. Inside 10 was Eriksen, 5. I thought this is one of his poor performances. I just didn't notice him in the game. Yeah, he just kept the ball ticking, played a few good switches. But other than that, that was really about it. Listen, we know the limitations with Eriksen. It was probably because he wanted to try something different. We're playing Højlund off the bench, starting Xerxes up front. But Eriksen, I mean, he's not good enough to be in a United shirt, and it wasn't great by him today. Other inside 10 was Garnacho. I'll give him a 6. I thought he was better today. Few good chances again. I think he was drifting. out of the game at times, but he got on the ball, linked up well, and I think he did have a decent game today. But we're gonna need him again against Real Sociedad on Thursday. It's one of our most important games. Now, through the middle, Xerxes, I'd give him a 6.5. Didn't last the whole game, but again, that's probably because we need him on Thursday. He's one of those players who's played a lot of football, like most of the team, but he's one of those who I think just needs a bit more of a rest. He had a decent game today, kept the ball going. That one flick which he would have scored from, that would have been a ridiculous goal. But yeah, wasn't the greatest performance by him, but I thought he did a decent job on the pitch. Now going to the subs, Aiden Heaven. I'll give him a 7. Heaven gets a 7. I mean, it was a very decent performance by him. Was physical against his former team. Though he defended well, he was getting the crowd going. And yeah, for a young player to come in, he was regarded as a first team signing. I want to see him utilised more in that first team. I think he probably is better than Lindelof. You want to trust these, you want to trust him in a game like this. And listen, I don't think Amram really had a choice, but again, he came on, did a good job. Hoyland, have to give him a 5. I mean, he had 2 big chances to score for Manchester United. It's just about decision making. He just wasn't kind of aware. He took too long. But yeah, that's what I'm going to give him there. Who else came in? Collier, 6. I thought, listen, it's looking like when he comes on, Bruno and Casemiro stayed, and he's moving in that more inside, and he put that cross in for Hoyland. And I like having the left-footed player out there, actually, you know, it's just the angles are better, and I think Collier did a decent job. Who else came on? Heaven. I think that was it, if I can remember now. In terms of Amarim, get to 7 today. I think we deserve to win. We had more chance in that second half, especially later on in the game. But yeah, we take it from here. I mean, we have a big game against Sociedad. On Thursday, we bring you all the content for that. But Manchester United 1-1. Arsenal, these are the player ratings. If I had to give a man the match, it probably would be between Heaven. I mean, he played 45, Euro played 45, and Bruno Fernandes. But I'll probably go Bruno. But I thought genuinely, I thought Mazraoui did well. So let's see who gets man the match. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. It probably would be actually Mazraoui for me based on the game. We can't always give it to Bruno. And I think consistently throughout the game, Mazraoui is probably one of the better players. Let me know your thoughts. Peace.